I know how frustrating it is for you guys to go outside or go in the gym and you're practicing and you're training and you're still not seeing the results that you want to have from all this working out you're doing. Like, you're going outside pretty much every day, you're training, you're working out, but then it's like you look up 2 weeks later and it's like, bro, what is going on? You look up 2 months later and it's still not going on. 2 months later after that and it's still not going. Like, what is going on? First reason why your skills are still trash and you're working out is because you're actually not really training the skills. You're not actually training. So think about it like this. Are you going outside or going to the gym and actually intentionally working on something? Or are you kind of just going outside, doing whatever, kind of just having fun, just shooting around, doing some dribbling and stuff, and just throwing the ball at the rim, kind of having fun, just going through the motion, kind of just turning your brain off, turn the music on, just shooting around, just doing stuff, right? It's not really getting you better. It's not actually getting you towards your goal of whatever you want to have. So if you're going outside and just shooting, dribbling around, what is the goal of that? Now, if it's a day where you're just taking a step back and you're just want to get outside, get some shots up, that's cool. That can be a great piece to use in your training. But if that's all you're doing for your training, you're going nowhere fast. So you're not actually training leads to you not actually getting any progress or going towards your goals. So first mistake you're probably making of why your skills are very trash is that you're not actually training on anything specific. You're not actually working on anything. So if you don't go outside and intentionally say, I'm going to work on my ball handling, better yet, I'm going to work on my ball handling against pressure, or I'm going to work on specific moves within my ball handling, then you're not going to get better. It's very difficult to get better if you're not actually doing things to get better at. It's hard for me to say I want to get better at podcasting and I'm not recording any episodes. I'm not going to sit here and study other podcasts to look at to get better from. How can I get better at podcasting if I'm just kind of doing it haphazardly and, just kind of going through the motions with it? But then secondly, the second reason why your skills are still trash is that you're just training wrong. You're not trained the correct way of how you need to train to actually get better. So if you're going outside once again and you're not working on the right things, you're not going to get better. Imagine being a point guard. You're a middle school point guard and you're working on post moves the entire summer. What in the world does it have to do with you being a better point guard? Like, first off, you're in middle school. You don't need to have a post game when you're a point guard in middle school. Like, will it help in transfer to your game? Cool. But is that the right thing to be working on? Probably not. Now, if you're a bigger guy, you can have a post move here and there. That's cool. But as a point guard, I think ball handling should be up there. It's one of the top few things you're working on. Working on your finishing is very important too. Working on the ability to shoot the basketball, I think that's pretty high up there as far as one of the things you should be working on if you're a guard. Another thing you keep working on is your decision making, getting better IQ. The post game is not the most important thing for you to be focused on if you're a point guard, especially in middle school. So you're working on the wrong things, leading you to not getting better like you should be. If you're training on the wrong stuff, there's a reason why you're not getting better. Like, once again, if I'm working on becoming a better podcaster, why am I going to be sitting here worried about glasses or worried about hats? Why am I looking into hats? Does that help me become a better podcaster? Not really. I mean, it'd be cool to have some nice glasses or have a nice hat or have some nice shoes, but does that make me have a better show? Does that make me a better interviewer or a better speaker or any of the skills that go into having a better podcast? No. I look cool, but I don't actually get any better results because I'm not building the right skills. So I'll be working on the wrong things if I'm focused on having a perfect hat that matches this outfit, or maybe this hat got to fit me in the right way. Doesn't make me a better podcaster. You guys will be like, oh, he has a cool hat. Skip. Oh, he has some nice glasses on. Next episode. If that, you probably go into another podcast. So you guys have to make sure that you're working on the right things and training the right things for your game. Don't just go off every random thing you see some trainer post on social media. Let's go better yet. So if you're a player and you're working on euros and different little footwork things, but you're not even going to ever use that in the game, it doesn't make as much sense to train it heavily. Now, there will come a place in time where you can work on little stuff and you might pull out the bag twice in your entire career, but you need it. All right, cool. But I'm not going to take all of my time this summer focusing on the Euro or the James Harden step back if I never step back ever again in my life. Training on the wrong things leads to you not getting better or as much better as you could be or should be. So that's why your training and your skills still suck. Next thing, your training is just weak. It's the third reason why you're not getting better like you want to. Your training, you're just weak. You're training very soft. You're training to where you're still in your comfort zone, and it's very haphazard, and it's kind of like, whatever. Kind of carelessly training. Your training is very not as intentional or as intense as it should be. So at some point in your training, you should be frustrated. At some point in your training, you should get annoyed. At some point in your training, you should be mad and be like, man, this sucks. You should be questioning your skills because that's the next level of your training at. You shouldn't be training in your comfort zone to where you feel good about everything. You should not leave every single workout feeling like you're on top of the world. Some workouts should bust your butt and you're just like, dang, man, golly, I was struggling. I couldn't hit a shot. You should have those days because that means you're getting outside your comfort zone. You're pushing to do more than you should be doing or you could have been doing before. That's how you know you're making progress and you're getting growth. Without those uncomfortable moments, those moments where you want to quit, where you want to give up, where you want to just kick the ball and punt it as far as you can, or you just want to take your shoes and go home, those days you need. Because without those days, you're not truly getting better like you want to. And you can also do that with just having competition. Training against other people. Sometimes training individually is cool. It has a place for it. Another episode about that before. But you need to also have competition, people to push you. You need to make sure that you're going against other people to push you and fuel you to where I can iron sharpens iron mindset to where I'm going to be better because I'm going against a great defender. If I'm a great offensive player, I want to go against a great defender. I want you to make me better. Make me uncomfortable. Make me have to go 2-3 moves deeper into my bag than I'm used to doing. Play against older kids. If you're not going to push yourself and get uncomfortable, you're not going to push yourself to be great. You have to get uncomfortable. That's why your training is weak, because you want to stay too comfortable. I'll go back to number one. You're not even training because you want to stay comfortable and be all cool. And, you train outside, you see a car rolling by, so you want to look all cool for a minute and get the shots up. I know. I did the same thing when I was younger. We're here. I feel you. But that's 10 seconds of that car rolling by or that person walking by there with their dog. The other minutes, hours of you spending your day training needs to be intense. It needs to be uncomfortable and training the right thing and actually training and not just getting shots up. So that's the third reason why. You're just training weak. You're training in your comfort zone. You're not getting uncomfortable. When you're doing your ball handling drills, you're not going intense enough to really push yourself. You don't mess up anything at all. When you're doing your shooting drills, you're shooting to get 50 in a row. And that's cool. There's a place for that. But at some point, you need to go game speed, game intensity. If you're never going to shoot this shot in the game, why are we working on it too much? You know what I mean? Like at some point, you got to do more than just to shoot 10 shots in a row. At some point, you got to do more than just the catch and shoot in the corner shots where you get the gun set up or somebody's rebounding for you. Or you shoot the shot, come back, and shoot the shot, and you come back. No, sometimes you need to go coming down here, coming down in transition, catch and shoot three. Sometimes you need to do coming off the pick and roll, and you bounce back out and you shoot. Or sometimes you need to go down and you're doing a finish where everything has to be off the backboard this certain type of way. That's going to push you to where you're training more intense because you're going to have some where you make it, some where you miss. But if you're going at game intensity, game speed, game intention, now your training is becoming stronger. Now your game is becoming stronger and you'll see more progress. Now for number 4. The fourth reason why your skills suck is that you are so inconsistent. You're not training consistently enough. You'll go out Monday, have a dope workout. You're solid, doing your thing. You feeling it. Then Tuesday, I'm a little tired from yesterday. Think I'll sleep in today. Or even better yet, your friend calls you, hey, let's go to the park. Let's go to the lake. Or come over and we play 2K. Or get on the game and we play Fortnite. And you like, all right, cool. And in your mind, like, I was going to go shoot around today. I was gonna go train, but I'm gonna go ride bikes with my boy instead. Or girls, hey, you wanna come over and talk about whatever show we like to watch, or do you want to come over and do hair and nails and makeup and whatever other things girls do? I don't know, but you get the point. Is that you'll get distracted, and now Tuesday's thrown away, or you go out there Wednesday and you go back to training week because you're training very soft and you just want to shoot around out there, or you go back out there Thursday and you do go hard again. But you only go hard for like 10 minutes, and then the rest of the time you kind of BSing out there, kind of just going through the motions again. So now you've trained one good day, another half day, and a day you kind of going through the motions, and you skip the day because you went out with your friends. And so you have to be more consistent. Consistency isn't just training every single day. Consistency is a level of intention behind it. It's a level of input that you guys have to maintain. If you're going to train a level 7 one day input, the next day is going to be a level 3, the next day is going to be a 10, and the next day is going to be a 4, it's hard for you to see consistent results because your intention is not going to be there. Not to say the intensity has to be at 10, but the attention to it. You have to be able to say, I'm intentionally working this day to do these things. So now you can have Monday, Wednesday, Friday be your heavy days, but you know you're going out there doing game drills, you're doing full body weight training, and you're going to go out there and do your sprints. But then, let's say Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, a lot of days where you're just kind of getting shots up, might do some mobility work or some core work. You're intentionally doing these things. The intensity is going to be different on those days. You're going to get better doing something like that rather than Monday being high. Well, Tuesday you're sore now, so you kind of take that day off. And then Wednesday, you kind of go through it a little bit. And then Thursday, take another day off. And then Friday, you think you're going back at it hard. But then you go hard for the first 30 minutes. But then, man, dang, it's hot outside, or the gym pretty hot. And for whatever reason, you just don't want to train that day. All right, cool. Keep being consistent and keep getting inconsistent results. That's how it's going to work. So if you're going to train inconsistently, whether that's the days of the week you're actually training, or train inconsistently with the intensity and intentionality behind your training, then you're going to keep seeing the results that you have. So if any of these 4 hit home for you, let me know. I want you guys to think about these 4. If any of these 4 reasons hit home are like, man, this is probably why my skills are weak, comment with the number below of what it is. So the number 1, you don't train for it. Like, you just kind of like going out there doing whatever. Number 2, you're training on the wrong things. You're working on the wrong things with your training. You're not training the right stuff. Number 3, training is just weak. You're training to where you're staying comfortable to where you look good all the time, but then you're not actually getting better. Or number 4, your training is very inconsistent. Whether you're training 2 days out the week, 1 week, and then you're training 3 days out the week next week, then you're going all 6 or 7 days out the week after that. But then you're back to 1 or 2 days the week after that. Or the intention behind the workouts are not the same. The input that you're putting in those workouts are not the same. So let me know, comment below, which one is hitting home for you. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Or is it 4? Appreciate you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment below what you got. See you.